find him who you are. Well, you know where he is. Go, confront the problem. Fight. Win.
Protein shakes and potato chips. I have 7 true or false questions for you, and I want to run this by you. I'm going to answer them in my opinion. As you all know and have all participated in, the comments are yours to do whatever you want to with. Some of you are awesome. There's a select few of you that are just like trolls, I guess would be a, yeah, well, it's fine. Either way works for me. I like them all. So let's go through this. Number 7, I'm going to start out with the one that I thought would be like, most prevalent, not the least, but the most. So this one is rush through your trucks. Not using tickets is fine. Just treat it like a daily task until Versus says to send orange trucks. Okay, that's number 7. Number 6, bounty missions are trash unless Versus says send out orange bounty missions. Right. Number 5, Apoca Aid and Hero Code isn't worth it. It's just not worth the money. Number 4, the $1 daily treasure buys is a waste of money. Is it though? Number 3, there's a smart way to spend your money if you actually do spend. And this is more pertaining to the low spenders. Number 2, your formation wall and your main wall don't make a difference. Oh, I've covered that one so many times. Number 1, you can't have fun as a free-to-play player or a low spender. All right, let's dive into this. We're going to start out with number 1. You can't have fun or be competitive as a free-to-play or low spender. You've heard me talk about it so many times. Here I am editing, and I'm about to throw it in. MooTopUp.com. You can also find them on Discord. That's where they do their business. Check out the links in the description for Moo Top Up. Save yourself some money on your mobile games. Last Z, especially. Again, I'll say it. I know you've seen this before. If you follow the channel, a $100 pack is about $80, which means you save 20. Well, guess what you could do with that 20 that you saved? You could buy a $20 pack that's also discounted. How about them apples, right? Check them out. Links in the description. We'll see you guys later. I think that's false. But why? Why do I think that's false? The thing is, dude, if you play it in a manner to where, like, all right, especially as a low spender, right? You can buy cores for cheap. I'll get to that. It's coming up. You can buy all kinds of things that help you out for $1 or less a day or a week. And, you can get a whole bunch of things that's going to do you right. Now, as a free-to-play, I know free-to-play players that are much bigger than my account and can smack my ass all over the map. There's ways to do it. Those ways rely on you. You're the player of your account. You decide what it's going to be. If you're putting all your bells and whistles into, like, I need a bigger HQ thinking you're going to be stronger. No, come on. If you follow the channel, you've seen this before. Let me do my Arnold voice here. Come on, get out of here. Do it. Do it.
Come on, do it now.
So, like, dude, come on, dude. Like, find other places to spend your resources and the stuff that's in your warehouse other than your HQ. Just saying, right? Controversial. Everything is in this game. Your formation walls and your main wall don't make a difference. Oh gosh, I disagree. Here's why. Let me get that on the screen. I'm looking at both screens here. So if you're only pushing formation 1, then you're looking at a 1% upgrade every time you do formation 1. Okay, that's 1% over everything that you got. That's a big 1%. I've talked about this so many times.
You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
Same thing if you're going into formation 2. So free to play or low spenders, not necessarily a good idea to run in and get these other formation walls up to par. It really isn't. Like if you're HQ 30, don't push that to HQ 30 if your formation 1 is the only one that you're, really strong with. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense because of how expensive they are. They're just pricey. They're like on par with like doing an HQ upgrade. But the main wall, the upgrades you get from that, that's pretty huge. That's the difference between you getting poofed on the first time you're burnt in Kenyan Clash or SVS, or any other time, like let's say you're being looted. That makes a big difference because you can instantly heal this back to 98% with 50 diamonds, as soon as it's on fire. It's a quick and easy thing. Don't be scared of upgrading that one. And don't be scared of upgrading F1, in my opinion. The other ones, you can wait on those until you get an F2 or an F3 or an F4 that's up to par. Then definitely boost these up. Get your 1% on that formation. It's a big 1%. Let's move on to number 3.
Number 3, my lord. Oh, okay.
Number 3, there is a smart way to spend money if you actually do spend. I say that's true. Unless you got hella money, then buy everything you can. So I've covered the smart ways to spend, which is more along the lines of, I use this formula for everybody that ever asks a question: heroes, gear, tech, then structures. So get your heroes bought. If there's any packs for the battle pass or even hero code, buy those if you're going to be a low spender. If not, do what you can to hoard your fragments that you get as a free to play player, and use those once the new season hero comes out. So if you're Blood Rose, save it for that. You should have, I don't know, like 700, 800, 1,000 of those fragments by then. You can just go ahead and max that hero out on 5-star, do a hero swap, and then boom, you've got a new season's hero sitting in your F1. How badass is that? Especially if your walls are up.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. And you've been doing tech. This is going to be good stuff. So just, there's ways to play this. And then if you're a heavy spender, buy everything you can under the sun. You think these guys that are sitting in season 1 that are already 500-600 million power, they were just like, nah, I'm not buying that. No, they're going to buy everything they can, and they're going to use it everywhere they can. They got the money to do that. Their $10, or I'm sorry, your $10 is like their $100,000. So they don't give a shit. They're just going to spend it.
We're broke.
So enjoy that. But are you still competitive? Hell yeah, because they're the top 0.5% of the entire game. You're still competing with everybody around your range. So have fun with those guys. Are you going to be able to compete with a whale? No, not going to be able to. Is a whale going to want to compete with you? Only if you're stacked on resources.
I'm rich. It's payday, fellas.
I mean, hell, I'm tempted to do that. So with that said, if you're a spender, spend your ass off. The devs love you. If you're a free-to-play player, there's smart ways to go about it too. So I think the smart way to spend money, if you actually do spend, is more pertaining to the low spenders or maybe even the lower mid spenders. Yes. And again, it's heroes, cores, gear, tech, those things. That's where the most bump for your buck is going to come from. So give that a shot.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Number 4. The $1 daily treasure is a waste of money. Okay. That's true if you're buying like dumb things with it, like 3 wrenches or 5 wrenches, whatever the hell it is. I only do wrenches on that pack if I'm like 5 away from about to get my final phase on my next modify.
get your crackhead ass into some rehab. I ain't got time for this bullshit.
That's the only time I'll ever buy that because it's cheap and you get 5 or 3. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. You get the point. Now, I think that's false if you're buying cores. You're getting 50 cores for $1. There's not a pack in the game that does that. So think about it this way. You buy that $1 a day.
I'd buy that for $1.
And you get 50 cores for 7 days. That's 350 cores for a week or 1,400 for a month for $30, basically. 29-day month, 28-day month, or a 31-day month. You see where I'm going with that. So much better to do cores. Upgrade your gear. I don't think anybody is going to disagree with that, but I always remain surprised with the comments. It's wild. So I look forward to those too. All right. Number 5, a pocket aid isn't worth it. Bro, that's probably one of the most false things that I've ever heard in this game. A pocket aid is very worth it. I get it, $30 a month, right? Or 25, in terms of USD, or like 1 trillion rubies or pounds or whatever else there is out there for currency. I don't follow that. But anyway, it's 100% worth it. You get a lot for that. You get 20% attack. You get diamonds. I mean, there's all kinds of things that comes along with that pack. It's probably one of the best ones that you can buy. And one of the coolest things about it is you get a 4th march out of it. So now you've got your boomer runner that is always chosen for the auto join. Boom. You got that, dude. Like, it's so beneficial. Should it cost money? No. It should be included.
Surprised you didn't know that.
In the game. But this is the world we live in, so it's sometimes you buy once, cry once, and that's one of those to where you're not going to cry twice. So highly recommend. All right, number 6. Bounty missions are trash unless it's on versus day. Bruh. Bounty missions are the furthest thing from trash. Let's go take a look at them. Let's pull them up. Yeah, so you typically always get at least 1 orange one, sometimes 3 if you're lucky, right? Well, got a couple of purples and got a couple of blues. Well, what does versus want? And in this scenario, it wants intercity trades, but that's okay because I have super refresh and I'm just gonna use diamonds. Super refresh that. Boom. Been doing it every day for weeks. Look at all this. All these, mythic fragments and yellow boxes. Dude, come on. That's worth the diamonds all day long. And guess what? With that amount of yellow boxes that you're getting out of this thing, the bounty mission chest, you're probably going to land the 5K diamonds at least once a week, if not more. So this week I hit it twice. So I've got 3 of those sitting right there. So it kind of helps you pay for it, if I had to throw that out there. But not 100%, but better than nothing. And you still getting mythic frags from that you can upgrade your gear with. So I think the Forging Stones makes a huge difference, and you should try to gold those every day. Whether or not you have the super refresh, if it still lets you use diamonds instead of tickets, go for it. That's my opinion. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first.
Leave your feedback in the comments. All right, number 7, the last one. Rush through your trucks. They're just a daily attribute unless versus calls out that you need orange trucks. Well, let's go to our trucks. Let's see what that looked like. Okay, so when you go into your trucks and you want to send one out, there's 2 things you care about in here. And I am not going to set this off because I'm going to save this till the end of the video. That I don't set them off until there's only about 8 hours left in the day to send them off. Less likely they get hit. So with that said, this is an orange truck, but that is not a truck that is going to do me any good. Well, let me get that a little better on the picture here. Let's see. Let me get my mug out of the way. There you go. That is an orange truck that I don't want anything to do with. I still have 2,420 tickets. So I'm going to refresh it again and keep going until I'm getting one or two of two things, right? The frag's good. Yeah, send that out. But this is my primary march. I'm not too concerned about that thing getting its ass whooped unless, somebody much bigger than me waited till the end of the day to hit their trucks. So I'm going to clear this one out, tell it to confirm it, and then I'm going to go again because right now, this, my friends, one frag and two components. That's what I want. I'm sending that all day long. And for the purpose of this video, I'll just send it right now. It'll get attacked before I wake up. I promise you it will. Hunting the trucks is the same thing. So when you're clicking on a truck, scroll through. Okay. If you're on the hunt for components, go get those. Like even this guy, if I was on the hunt for components out of this, totally would hit that. Low powered, easy to go after. Let's see what this is. That's a frag. If you're after frags, you can get that frag, no problem. Low power, right? Just go snatch that up. And then don't be afraid to refresh that thing. Check the other trucks. Search those rewards because it makes your account stronger.
Now listen to me very carefully.
And here's one more little tip for you, a bonus tip, if you will. This is one of the easiest things that you could ever do during SVS because you're only supposed to hit a certain server's trucks, right? Well, if you're going in and you're trying to hunt those trucks down from this screen, dude, you're going to spend all day looking for that person's truck, and they're probably going to be gray or blue or green or something trash. All right, here's how you do it other than this damn refresh button. That's not going to get you there. So for our example today, we're going to use server 142 because I want to go find Don Sauron. Not that I could beat any of his trucks, but let's just go find him. You know what I'm saying? All right. So when you're in your world screen, you go to the search button on your left-hand side. Here, I'll minimize my mug again. See that thing right there? That little guy? Yeah, do that one. And once you're in there, you click on the server you want to go to. So in this case, I want to go to 142. Then I'm going to click the search button. And then I'm going to scroll out just a wee bit. Oh, dang, look, you can see all of their bounty missions that they have open. And you can see those trucks going across the map. And look, there's a fresh truck. We could hit that one. It doesn't have what we want. That's okay. We just scroll out and find what we want. Go through them. There's another one. Still not good, but hey, man, look how quick I found the server I wanted. Super quick. Super quick. And to make it even quicker, just jump out and look for the cities. There's a city. There's a city. There's a city. Those trucks are always going to and from a city. So just go for that mode for server versus server. And you're welcome for that. Yeah, no biggie. Just throw it in the tip jar, bro.